Alright, last song on the album, Like a River, featuring Elijah James. We're gonna hop. This is gonna probably be a longer one, so I'm just gonna try to hop straight into it. It's a 5 minute song on its own. Some of these reactions have been upwards to like 15, 16 minutes, so we're just trying to hop into it. Don't have to pause too much, but it's the last song, so I want to get my final thoughts into. So I imagine it will be a little bit longer. We'll see.
In sweet dreams, I kid myself. Have your love for good. I really had hoped you'd stay, but like the river, you just come and go.
So immediately making the comparison to the song title, Like a River, You Just Come and Go. You know, can't stop.
And these things, they come for me when my mind's on you. Then I feel you comfort me, but like the river, it just comes and goes.
I used to think that you was Superman when I was younger. Finding comfort in your voice when I was down and under. Put you on a pedestal and now I kinda wonder if that makes sense, cause I'm convinced you showed a lot of colors.
So I used to look at you like Superman when I was younger. So he's obviously talking about someone who's very inspirational to him, and I'm very curious to see what this is about.
All the nights I was alone, I hid inside the covers. Used to argue with my moms whenever I was stubborn. I never warmed up to the idea of a stepdad because he wasn't you and you and him ain't even like each other. Used to bring me around your girlfriends as I recall. I thought one or two was cool, but I ain't like them all. Cause all you ever did was argue about who's right or wrong. And you ain't had no job, so you would sit at home and light a bomb.
So it sounds like he's talking about his dad. But I take my best guess. He said I didn't like the idea of a stepdad, and you always showed your girlfriends to me, and I didn't like them all. You always fought about who was right or wrong, right? So he's like, you're always fighting with these people. I don't like most of them, and I assume that's like what Like a River means, because he's even in this project alone, he's talking about his father and like clearly doesn't like him. In an ADHD under event, he said, "Fuck that dude." When I was lost and sad, music was all I had. So clearly, this is gonna be a song about his dad and about how his dad just tried to like basically came and go as he went, but clearly he doesn't like him. So
Used to crave for your attention, but I never got it. And everything you said we do is just another promise. You had dreams of being famous, and I never doubted. But I started rhyming to impress you if we being honest.
oh yeah, I remember that. I think that was the thing that Tory kind of hit. Fuck that guy, but fuck Tory Lanez, by the way. That was one of those things that he kind of hit on. I think he's gonna live in his dad's shadow forever. And he said I was started to rhyme into it, trying to impress you. You wanted his attention, so
Thought we could have some bonding time and maybe powwow. A father-son relationship that we could smile about. At times you got abusive and I had to bow down and keep on making music to try to compete with Bow Wow. Your father died when you was young, I think that made a scar. I started thinking maybe that's why you the way you are. End of the day, no excuse for how you played your part. Told myself when I became a father, I'ma raise the bar.
So he said, your father died when you were younger, so maybe that left a scar. Maybe that's the reason you are. But he said either way, there's no excuse for it. And when I have my own kid, I'm gonna do that shit better, right? And again, another thing he's kind of hit on another song, specifically in the song "Will." He's like, I want to, I want my kids to look up to me like we used to look up to Phil, Uncle Phil from the Fresh Prince. So
We had a lot of falling outs and didn't talk for years. And all them birthdays and holidays got awfully weird. You threw me in a foster home and I was brought to tears. Living with some strangers, feeling anxious, I was lost and scared. And now I'm staring at the river trying to get across. And all I see is apparitions of what never was. And everything I used to wish for is dead and lost. And if I never see your ass again, I'll be better off.
if I never see your ass again, I'll be better off. Locked in put me in a foster home. I was living with strangers, brought me to tears. Dude, I can only imagine, man. Like, not like having your parents Living in a place where you don't know anybody, everyone's just strangers, and again, fitting with the song, people just come and go. Sometimes, like it's just I can only imagine what that would do to someone. And obviously, Jordan has come through with that, done better. So good for him, man. Good for him.
Better off.
You are so negative, and you say you know, but you know a goddamn thing. Like the river, you just run and go. You say you could do good and better, you know, but you tried no goddamn thing. Like the river, I'ma run from you.
I told myself I wouldn't write a song, but fuck it, I did. Oftentimes I sit and wonder if it's something I did. Maybe I was immature, but is it something I said? I can't help but feel the feeling that there's something I missed.
So he said he wanted to write a song, but fuck it, I did. You know, a lot of artists' music is how they get their emotions and their feelings out there. And then he's also, you know, he's beating himself up in the past. He's like, is there something I did when I was younger that I don't understand? Like, is there something I said? Is it something I did? Like, well, it's one of those things where it's like maybe I didn't leave me because of them. Maybe they left because of me. And that again, that really can eat anyone. You know, when you always feel like you're the problem, like, in it's sometimes it's that situation that'll never get solved. At the end of the day, you're always gonna think about it, and you'll always think about it. You'll think about it forever. It'll never leave your mind. It'll always kind of be there. You'll be like, man, was that me or was that someone else in the end? There's a video. Oh. Damn. I just saw my hand coming up the bottom of it. Hey. But yeah, but you know, it's one of those things where it's like, was I the problem the whole time and I just never understood it because I was younger or I was too young to understand? And you look back at it and it still doesn't make sense. And a lot of the times when someone leaves like that and they just decide they want to disappear, never come back, it's generally their own problems, not the person.
Maybe I was immature, but is it something I said? I can't help but feel the feeling that there's something I missed. I told you something happened to me and you ain't protect me. You try to say you ain't believe me as you disrespect me. Plus you ain't never had my back. In fact, you may resent me in a way, cause everything I say you try to use against me. And I never knew your other kids, but I knew of them. I'm not really sure if I like them, but I do love them. Shit, I don't even think you knew, but just a few of them. Cause all your baby mothers stayed away to keep you from them. You probably out filling their heads with shit that's not the truth. You probably told them that I switched up when I got some loot. You probably told them that I'm greedy and I'm not so cool. Then I worship the devil and I sold my soul to copper pool.
So, again, he's really putting in like that perspective that his dad is very abusive. You know, he'd always say like, "Yeah, something happened to me," and then he'd try to use it against him. He'd say he's lying, and then he said, "You know, I don't really know you any of their kids. I know about them, but I've never met them. I don't know them, but I love them." And then he said, "You know, you probably tell your other baby mamas that I'm crazy. That's why they don't ever meet me."
I work my ass off to get rich, let's not confuse. I sacrificed my whole 20s just so I can move. While everybody else was chilling, hanging out with crews, I was writing a plan to finally win while trying not to lose. I still remember signing my deal and you got hella funny. And at that time, you probably figured I had hella money. But I only got a small advance, so I ain't even get a chance to hold you down. Cause then you started getting jealous of me. But I'm worth a couple million now, I turned out fine. I caught my mom's a big crib and went and got mine. An indoor pool with a housemaid and a my line. A happy son who loves his dad, it's about time. But I'm still staring at the river trying to get across. And all I see is apparitions of what never was. And everything I used to wish for is dead and lost. And if I never see your ass again, then I'll be better off.
So he did a pretty good explanation of saying, you know, I sacrificed my 20s to get to where I am now. I worked my ass off trying to win without losing too much so I could get to where I am now. And then he said, you know, the instant I signed a deal, you started thinking I had money, so you tried to get shit from me, and I just didn't have it at the time, so I couldn't do anything for you. And then, you know, you decided to dip, but now I got money. I'm worth a couple million. I got myself a house. I got my mother a house. You know, my son loves me. He's finally, like, there's finally a son that's happy, and he says it's about time, because obviously he said, you know, his father died when he was younger, so he probably wasn't happy. Joyner clearly wasn't happy as a kid. But then it's, you know, he's like, finally my son's happy. Like, I finally just, instead of like what you did, which was not putting into it and make it worse, I finally put an end to it, and I can make him happy and get everything he needs, because now I'm worth something.
Nigga, I'll be better off.
Karma comes back and it's coming. Treating me me bad and I'm running. Karma comes back and it's coming. Treating me bad, I'm running.
And congratulations, nigga, you won. And all the love you never gave me, I can give to my son. Eternal love to my child will forever be one. Thanks to you, I know the man that I would never become.
Ooh, he said, "You finally won. He gave all the love I never got to my son, and thanks to you, I know the man I'll never become." Ooh, he's like, "You trash ass piece of shit, garbage ass human. You are a good example of what I will never be. Thanks to you, I know what I'm never gonna fucking be."
Never become.
That's it. As much as I like this whole Tully thing, because obviously trying to promote it, the fact that it plays like 1 second of ADHD, it really takes you out of the mood of the song. I can't even lie. But okay, so yeah, that was the last song, Like a River. Again, I really like the project as a whole. It's all this like chilled, laid back Joyner shit, right? And I love that. I love the chilled, laid back. That's always my favorite type of song. Is the chilled, laid back shit. It always will be. It's just something I feel like it's something you can always listen to. Like when you want to relax, I'm like energetic shit's good when you want to get pumped, but when you want to relax, and even sometimes when you are energetic, sometimes it's just good to listen to the chilled, laid back song to just like help reset everything. Like sometimes I feel like the energetic songs are a really good amplifier of your emotions versus the chilled songs, which are very much like you can listen to that anytime. They kind of help you like calm down a little bit. So I really liked it. Again, it does kind of feel weird that a song like Snitch and Zim Zima are kind of in here. Like Zim Zima doesn't really feel like it fits at all. Like even Snitch I can kind of get. Um, more than Zim Zima at least, but and those two songs do kind of feel out of place. So like again, if you take those songs off and then you take out the skits, you're down to 8 songs at that point because the intro is a skit, Tattletale's a skit, Father's Day is a skit. So if you take it all out, you get 8 songs there. At least there's 10 songs total. 8 of them fit really well as an album, and I think all 10 of them are actually pretty decent songs. I don't know if all of them necessarily have replay value. Some of them definitely do. But The Problem is a good song, but I don't know if I'll ever listen to it again. Sitting with Legends, not a bad song, but I don't know if I'll ever listen to it. Like something like Fall Slowly, I think has a good one. On This Way has a pretty good one. Evolution, another pretty good one for replay value. But yeah, so I think overall, album was pretty good. Could be better, could be worse, obviously. Again, Snitch and Zima, just 2 songs that don't necessarily feel like fit on the album, but I think for the most part, the rest of the album does a pretty good job of keeping a coherent message and story and feeling. So if you're gonna listen to it as a whole project, then obviously I think it does a pretty good job of portraying it. I'm glad they could get this one quicker. Again, there wasn't much to say about it. It was, a lot of him just talking about his father. And if you listen to his stuff in the past, you kind of get that understanding that they never really had that relationship and that he never really liked him. He's never really gone into too much specifics, so it was good to get a little bit of a little extra look into it here. From the perspective of a fan who kind of hears a little bit about it, but not too much. So I liked that. But yeah, I think overall, I think I probably enjoyed it more than ADHD. There's a lot of songs in ADHD I should probably never go back and listen to, and I don't even know the names of. And I'm sure it'll be the same here. I'll probably forget the name of of Straight Like That. No problem, right? Not even that it's a bad song. It just didn't feel memorable to me. But yeah, I think in the end it came out pretty well. A little bit of a better showing for Joyner, I think. It still doesn't reach, I think, his full potential where he can be. When he drops a song, well, again, like when he drops a song like "I'm Not Racist" or a song like "Keep It 100," Rossi Piccioni, like these songs that are such good at telling a nice story. Even Snitch does a pretty good job of telling a good story, but even that's a little iffy. It's not really a story; it's more like an idea. It doesn't come from anything. I mean, like it does, but obviously, I don't want to talk too much about it, but again, Snitch is a good. It's a good like kind of story, but it's not like it's like a pseudo story song. So, but I liked it. So yeah, but in the end, again, good record. Enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the videos. Promise you there will be more in this channel. I still have to react to Shofu and Token's new EP. I might do Jack Harlow's song that came out like a day or two ago. I don't know, about 3 or 4 days probably by the time you're actually seeing this video. Depends. I don't know. One of those things where it's like Jack Harlow released a good song. I'm not gonna rant about it. That's not the time. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, if you have recommendations, drop them in the comments below. There is a bunch of songs I can totally do that are like older songs that I've never heard before. So if you have some older classic songs that you really enjoy, or even some newer ones from like smaller artists, or even some bigger artists that I still don't listen to, just drop them down below. Be sure to check them out and see what happens. Thank you guys for watching the whole evolution thing. If you just watched this song, thank you for watching this video. I have all of the other videos somewhere else on my channel. They're all there. They should be in just about everything's in order. Everything besides Snitch is going to be in order there. Snitch will be first because video when it came out. So they're all in order. Probably be in a playlist at some point. So thank you guys for watching. Leave this one here. I'll be back at a later date to do some more music reactions for you guys. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it.